Jaya Girivanadari, Jaya Girivanadari, Jaya Gopi Jannagadara, Jaya Girivanadari, Jaya Girivanadari, Jaya Gopi Jannagadara, Jaya Girivanadari, Jaya Jaya Kundabini Hare
Not needed. Sisi Radha Gopinath ki jai. So, Radha Gopinath is the Lord of Vrindavan. Vrindavan is the home of Krishna and his eternal associates. And when the deities are coming, then they bring the holy dham or the abode of Krishna with them. Therefore, here in Radhadesh, we're not just in a temple, and it's not just that there's an altar, and on the altar there are the deities, but actually we are in the spiritual world, because the deities bring the spiritual world. Now, our consciousness may not be there. That is the one little problem. The consciousness may be still in the material world. Just like, when you travel, you always have people that bring too much hand luggage. It says 1 bag, so many kilos, and 2 bags of hand luggage, and as if no one can see. Or the one unliftable bag, and try to look as if it weighs nothing. I have tried these things many times. So when we bring too much hand luggage, then we cannot perceive the spiritual nature of the place where we are. But therefore, Radhadesh is not an ordinary place, because the deities transform that place. And they are the center of everything that is there. Undoubtedly, because they are the strength of the devotees, and it's what makes it different. Maybe the devotees. Devotees are nice people. Because they try to give. They try to give, and that is what. That's the essence of spiritual life. What's going on here in this castle is a form of yoga. It is Bhakti yoga. And yoga is a Sanskrit word, comes from a verb named yuktena, which means to connect. So the idea to make a connection, a spiritual connection, that is clear. So people ask, well then, what is then yoga? Is yoga about breathing? Well, not necessarily. And is it about asanas? No, also not really. What is it about? Right? Is it about meditation? Not really. Then what is it? What is it? And it's really about giving oneself in a mood of devotion, in a mood of dedication, not only to the deity, but to all and everyone, because everyone is connected with the deity. Once they asked Srila Prabhupada, and they asked, how many devotees are there? And Prabhupada said, well, how many people are there on the planet? right? They're all devotees. Everyone is a devotee. Only some know it and others don't. That's the point. But everyone by nature is a devotee. And it comes out somewhere. And some devotion will come out. You can't hide it. It's like, even if you don't want it, I don't want to have anything to do with that. But then you'll start doing something with devotion. Because it's just a natural quality where we put our heart into it. And if you don't put your heart into something, then what's life worth living? Yeah? It is clearly that we have to put the heart into what we're doing. So that is bhakti. And that's about giving. Giving it the best we have. And with Krishna in the center, then Krishna becomes the object, and then relating to all people. That is bhakti yoga. So this bhakti yoga is what this castle is dedicated to. It's not a new thing. It's an old part of an ancient tradition. Bhakti can be traced back to early Vedic literatures and early Vedic culture. Then bhakti came to started to blossom at the end of the Middle Ages, right, in India, and with Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. And he started specifically that public and continuous chanting of the Hare Kṛṣṇa Maha Mantra. It was there before, but never like on a large scale. But now this chanting came to the forefront, and that built up its momentum. And so the followers of Chaitanya, sometimes known as Chaitanya Vaishnavas or Gaudiya Vaishnavas, they are particularly dedicated to this chanting, right? And the chanting of the Maha Mantra. Prabhupada said, we are known as the Hare Kṛṣṇa movement, right? Because yes, everything is dedicated to that, to the chanting. It seems very basic, seems very limiting. But this morning we discussed the topic about how there are so many dimensions in the mantra. In my own experience, I can share a little bit with you. I guess, I'm not sure where I heard the Maha Mantra for the first time. Devotees were in the Netherlands from 1970. From late 1970, October or so, they had their first temple in Amsterdam in the Bijlmermeer, and in a flat, and they would chant on the streets in Amsterdam. I might have seen. I did see them, but I can't remember which year I saw them first. They also came to my town, which was Haarlem, where I lived at the time, which was 20 minutes by train to Central Station, right, in Amsterdam. So it's just outside of Amsterdam, a bit more relaxed than Amsterdam. So they were there also, and that I remember. They came, this van came, and too many men, all these pink men, too many, if you know what I mean. Not humanly possible, that many coming out of one van. So I knew there was something fishy going on, And then they came on the street, made a line in the street coming in my direction. I quickly went into a shop. Someone next to me says, it's a dangerous cult. I go, yes, they sure look dangerous. 3 months later, I saw them on TV, and someone was speaking about their belief. No meat, fish, or eggs, no gambling, no intoxication, no illicit sex. Then I knew they were dangerous. Confirmed. I said, watch out. So, I wasn't initially so enamored by the whole thing. I was into spiritual life, but I never thought that spiritual life had to be so exotic. I thought, can't it be a little bit more normal? Right? Does it have to be so strange? I mean, I like orange, but I mean, it can get a bit too orange, isn't it? It's like even the socks are orange. What can I say? It's it's orange all over the place. Yes. But gradually, at one point, I was in a music workshop, and someone wanted to do ragas, a piano player, and we did ragas, and I knew 2 ragas on guitar, so I played the ragas, he played ragas, and then he said, let's do some mantra as well, and I thought, yeah, raga, mantra, it's all the same, just spiritual sound from India. And then he started to chant the Hare Kṛṣṇa mantra. And later I found out he had a connection with Prabhupada from 1966 in New York. He was there in the Matchless Gift storefront. And so he picked up the mantra there. So then, this chanting came into my life, but it was for me sound. I didn't have any association with it. Now, if you say Krishna, I think, as soon as you say Krishna, I see a flute, what else you see? Krishna, what do you see? Peacock feather, very good. Krishna, what do you see? Dhoti, yeah. Krishna, what do you see? Flute, very good. Krishna, what do you see? Huh?
Arjuna.
You see Arjuna, oh. And Gopinath, what do you see? Cows. Like so the point is, because we know something about Krishna, therefore as soon as I say Krishna, you think something with it. But in those days, I knew nothing about Krishna. So for me, Maha Mantra was just sound. All I knew it was sound. Hare Kṛṣṇa, Hare Kṛṣṇa, sound. Right? I didn't see any yellow dhoti, no peacock feather, no flute, nothing. Only after I heard more about Krishna did those things come. So by hearing about Krishna, my understanding grew, and now I've heard so much, and then I've done service for Krishna. And because of doing service for Krishna, my relationship with him has changed. So therefore now, I kind of, now when you say Krishna, then so many thoughts come, Yes, peacock feather, yes, but also lotus eyes. Oh yes. And yes, his palms are reddish, his soles of his feet are also reddish, and he has marks on the soles of his feet. Huh? Yeah, all these things, conch shell, yes. Like that. So gradually we remember more and more about Krishna. And this is actually Krishna consciousness. This is Bhakti. Because Bhakti, or a life of dedication, how can you dedicate yourself to somebody, right? You say, after 25 years working hard in your job, you get a watch, yeah? Because you've dedicated yourself to the company. Well, to be really honest, I wasn't so dedicated to the company, I was dedicated to the money. I'm really honest. That's what I was dedicated to. I worked for the salary. I mean, not for love of the company, right? I mean, if someone works for love of the company, they go like, are you sure? So this is the point. We're always working for something else. It's like we please someone because we want something from them. But when we are actually serving Krishna, then we just are dedicated to Krishna and we don't want anything in return. Nothing. That is bhakti. That is real dedication. But it's not so difficult to understand, right? Because when you love somebody really very much, yeah, then you just want to do something nice for that person. It's just very normal, right? So you want to do something nice, and you don't want anything else. You don't want anything. You don't have to pay me for this. It's just like, no, I'm happy to do this for you because of love, right? So when there's love, then we don't want anything in return. That is bhakti. We don't ask anything in return. We worship Krishna, and that's what we're worshipping for. That's perfection. Not danan dehi rupavati dehi rupabharyan dehi ha ha ha. Nahi. Aisa nahi chalega. No, we are not worshipping to get this material benediction, that material benediction, these blessings. Please bless my home, please bless my bank account, please bless my car, and bless my children, bless their exams, bless my grandmother, and please don't forget to bless me as well. No, that is just materialism. And I was for many years in charge of a big temple in India, and then outside in Vrindavan, outside of the temple, we had the money changers, and there the money changers would give you 1 paisa coins. In the market, you could not do anything with 1 paisa coins because they were already out. 5 paisa was the smallest nomination. But you could still get 1 paisa coins from the money changers. So you give 1 rupee and you get 100 coins. Then they go to the temple and they throw these coins at the deities, right? So it's like, like on the altar. And then what would we do? We would take the 1 paisa coins and sell them back to the money changers. That's the only way, right? Because the bank wouldn't take them. Yeah? That's how it was. Yes. So, because if you get 1 paisa coins, you can throw more coins. It looks like more. And you get more blessings. And yes, Jai Jagadish Hare, mere paise ke liye ek lakh chahiye. Please, for my 1 paisa, give me 100,000, give me 1 lakh. Right? So that's good profit. That is good business. Where do you have such business with that kind of profit? So the fruitive mentality in spirituality is there. People pray, "Oh Lord, won't you buy me?" Fill in the blanks. "Lord, send me a golden aeroplane." Dear God, this is my address. No, that you don't do with God, that they do online nowadays. So what can I say? The real thing is just to see that, no, we don't want anything else. The greatest pleasure is Krishna himself. He's the best. The story of the thief who had heard descriptions about Krishna, that he was all decorated with jewels, rings, earrings, jewels everywhere. Now every thief has an automatic reflex, and the automatic reflex is you automatically are looking at the value of things. And every thief always is waiting for that golden opportunity where in one steal you've made it for life. Now that's the dream, right? So as someone is describing that Krishna had a big jewel on his chest, he had jewels in his turban, he had rings, he had earrings, he had bracelets, and and the mind of the thief was just going like ping, there's like a cash register. Is it like, whoa, if I meet this guy and I take these jewels, then I've got it made for life. This is it. So he heard that Krishna could be found near Govardhan. So he walked around looking for him. One day he saw him, jewels everywhere. He said, hey, you come here right now and give me those jewels. Hey, give me those jewels. So Krishna said, no, Mother Yasoda will not like that. He said, give me those jewels. He took the jewels. Then the thief was in an awkward position because all of us, we have the impossible dream. And he had the impossible dream, and suddenly the impossible dream became true. So he's thinking, what now? Now my dream came through. Now I have it made. I have everything I always wanted. Now what do I want? Now I have these jewels. What will I do with them? And then he was thinking about different options really fast, Big mansion, golden plane, Rolls Royce. Then he's thinking, actually the best thing I could do is decorate Krishna with these jewels. And then he asked, can I decorate you? And Krishna said, yeah, okay. Put the jewels, it's like, okay. And then, that night Krishna came home and Mother Yasoda said, what happened? I didn't dress you like that. Who did that? Oh, one of my devotees. Krishna is not only Makkanchor. Krishna steals hearts. So Krishna stole the hearts of his devotees. So in this way, Krishna is stealing the hearts of his devotees. Then we don't want anything else. Then we just want Krishna. Yeah, imagine some ordinary castle. Boring, From school, we used to go and look at a castle. It was boring like anything. Going up the steps, okay, yeah, now we're up, okay, going down, torture chamber, everything. It was really what can I say? The one thing I remember is they had a canal around the castle, a moat, and then and they had an overhanging tower, and there was a toilet in there with a hole, and it was falling straight into the moat. That I remember. I go like, oh my God, really? Was it falling straight into the water? Oh no. That's all I remember. But here, you come to this castle, then we can remember Radha Gopinath. And even if we didn't see them properly, even if we were just here, if we're fortunate, one night they made us appear in our dream. Then you are blessed. Then you are really blessed. When Krishna appears in our dream, that's when we are really blessed. What better dreams to have than that? Did you ever dream of Krishna? Anyway, maybe that day will still come when Radha Gopinath will talk to us in person. I don't know what they're going to say. And when they wake up, it may not be a dream. So, yes. The reason why this castle is here is because of Radha Gopinath. Although this castle was built quite a long time ago, and one man built it for him and his family, he didn't know that he was actually building it for Radha Gopinath. He had no idea. Gopinath knew it. He knew it very well. He knew, oh, my castle is almost ready. Soon I will move in. And he did. And so we are very happy to be here in this castle and witness Radha Gopinath And now it will continue with an arati, and Gopinath Das, the servant of Gopinath, who grew up here in Radhadesh at the feet of Radha Gopinath, will now take charge of the situation. While the Swami is making a quick escape, apologizing, but it's been a busy day already. So Swamiji needs to sort of retreat a little. So thank you very much. Hare Krishna. Shri Shri Radha Gopinath ki jai.